we got a little bit paranoid towards the last few days here. Might get fined like
100 to 200.
To 500, she even said. That's what she said. So if And so, welcome back to another video right now. We are in some ways gonna be wrapping up the Serbia series as of right now here at the main square, the Republic Square. Used to live up here, I think at this point we moved like, what is it, 5 times?
Yeah.
Serbia?
Around that.
So really, even though if it would have been warmer, we probably would have done more cities, more road trips. It was a little bit, let's say, living in Belgrade. So if this is one of the first videos you happen to watch, there's a full video series about Serbia, and today is the last full day that we are having. On the one side for visa reasons, on the other side also, honestly, it's a little bit too cold. After 1 month, we're gonna be moving on to the next destination, which you're gonna see in the next video. For now, we're gonna go. No, it's gonna be good. And yeah, overall, to wrap up the Serbia time, what are your thoughts? They've been here like 3 times at this point.
Yeah.
Second home?
Kind of. Yeah, everything started from here.
Yeah, so she came here after Bali like 7-8 months ago, and this is also how, basically, yeah. No one just reduced it to like we only come here because of visa. So to wrap up the time a little bit here, Belgrade was a great city to stay in terms of just, you know, staying here, working here, going out. Places have been open for the most part. They have like a 6 or at this point 5 p.m. curfew, but other than that, just life feels really normal, so that was kind of enjoyable. Having a gym, doing some road trips, going to some city, Novi Sad, doing the recent road trip with, like, we had such amazing weather, such an amazing sunset at the Uvac Canyon. If you haven't watched this video, I would say this is the one you need to watch. And yeah, 1 month, another country I've been staying in, living in, maybe even you could call.
I take this or
Okay guys, so time to leave good old Serbia, home for a month. So when we first arrived, I think I didn't told you out yet, like from the airport to the city. So I think there is like 2, maybe 3 ways. There's a public bus, which Bianca discovered the first time she was here. So it's pretty simple. It's a little bit long, like 50 minutes to an hour, but super cheap, just like the local price of a ticket. So we're just gonna hop on the bus. We still have time today. So far, not rushing, so not bad. And taxis, I checked, around like $15. So up to you. The ride is actually just like 20-30 minutes. So if you want to make faster, taxi is also definitely an option. Here to use the app, at least that's what I know of Yandex. And actually, right now I'm thinking, and I had this idea. With many of the trips that I do, I stay for a month or for 3 months in the country, and usually I do like a video series out of multiple videos. So I was thinking, with Serbia, I think I'll do my first like little travel movie of around an hour. I'm gonna edit it together, give a little bit more background information, make it very practical, but also kind of like a little bit of a documentary, like a long diary, a little bit of a personal movie. So that is something you can definitely expect still from the Serbia series. It's not quite over yet, but yeah, let's go to the airport. Okay guys, just made it through immigration, sitting right now waiting on our flight, and you know, we got a little bit paranoid towards the last few days here. So we just arrived here like in any other country. You go through immigration, they give you a stamp. It was actually very easy coming here. And I think kind of an important notice, if you're planning to come right now, we just got the news that as of now, as of like in 2 days, 20th of December, depending when you're gonna watch it, the video is also gonna probably come out a little bit later. But you need to have a COVID test. That's on the one side, so definitely keep up to date. If you want to come here, one of the reasons I came is because it's so flexible. It used to be. And though around like 2 weeks after we arrived, we heard for the first time from some friends asking us something about like a registration or something like that. Then we asked our host that we were living in. The one host says like, no, don't worry about it, don't know what that is. And then another host actually told us that you need to register. And then we like looked it up a little bit online actually when we were researching. Can we come to the country? What do we need to do when coming? What documents do we need? Whatever, in terms of visa, in terms of COVID. and it was all very relaxed, and never we saw an information that you have to like register. But actually, if you're going to specifically look for that, you're going to find information that within 24 hours, or even some pages say within like 12 hours, you have to register at a police station. But actually, all hotels do it for you. So if you stay at a hotel or a hostel, they do it for you. But if you stay at an Airbnb, you have to kind of do it yourself. And I think that's the thing that not really anybody's doing online. I didn't find anyone who got ever fined. But our last host said that we might get fined like
100 to 200.
To 500, she even said. That's what she said. So a few days before we go to the airport, she's telling us that. And obviously we're thinking nothing's going to happen, because just think rationally. You look through the internet and you cannot find even one. You can find a lot of people asking about it. And some people give the advice like, hey, if you arrive, just stay the first few days at a hotel. They're going to register you, and for the rest of the time you're going to be fine. Which doesn't really make sense, because according to the law, you have to register like every time you move anyway. So it's kind of like a gray zone, or what is it? Just doesn't make any sense. But now we passed, nobody asked us, kind of what we expected. It's a little bit of a law that is not really enforced as of right now, but I just want to let you know, if you arrive, I don't know, some local people say, or some travelers suggest to stay the first few days at the hotels, and then you don't have to worry about it. But according to the law, you still might get in some type of trouble, and like online, like some people are like, yeah, you like be careful, otherwise you will get in trouble. So I don't know. I couldn't find it. Like also now, us passing, we stayed only at Airbnbs. So I think only one of our Airbnbs registered us. But yeah, just something I think important. Like, you know, at any point they might decide to enforce it. So maybe just look it up real quick. Maybe make sure to stay the first few days at a hotel or a hostel, just to be on the totally safe side. But at the end of the day, it's one of these, like, you know. And so other than that, we're going right now to Albania for a few weeks, maybe even a little bit longer. It's just going to be a base to catch up on some work. We have been there before during summer. That was a really good time, actually, with beaches, with
mountains.
Yeah, that was really nice. But right now a little bit colder, still a good bit warmer than here. So I think it's going to be good to leave our like thick jackets behind. Like the weather in Serbia at times were like really crazy, like super foggy, and especially during our road trip also. But overall, it was a really good time in Serbia, and I'm happy that we did not get fined at the border. I was already like, let's just record this video, let's see what's gonna happen.
Now they're gonna chase us.
Yeah, next time we're gonna cross the border, they're like, well, you know, last time you didn't pay, here's an open bill. But yeah, that's like really where I'm like, it's kind of weird. I think it's like even interesting psychologically how people can get like paranoid and so obsessed. It's like so many people online ask about this law and what you need to do about it, but there is actually not a single person, after me doing like research for a few hours, finding like 500 people posting about it in like forums, there's not a single person saying that I actually got in trouble, I actually got fined. So the rational brain tells you like, statistically that does not make any sense. It looks like the law is not being enforced. But your little like primal survival brain is like, well, what if it's gonna happen to you? What if you're gonna be the first one? And I think in Belarus, actually, where we stayed, there you also had to register.
We were super paranoid there.
And like maybe you heard what is going on in Belarus right now. I mean, people get just like, you know, taken by the police for just walking down the streets. So like definitely
different story though.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. It's just like try to rationally think about it and see how much it makes sense and how much it looks like that it is actually being enforced, and then always like calculate a risk. So in Belarus we felt like, actually Bianca didn't register. They told me that, they didn't told her. Here in the airport nobody tells you that as well, that you have to register anything. So I think as of now, yeah, that's it. Alright guys, let's hop on the airplane. So today's turned into a little bit of an informational insight as well. And actually my dad decided to do a little bit of a road trip. And I was encouraging him, definitely he should do it. He's right now in Montenegro, and he's going to be coming down to Albania. So me and Bianca are going to show him around there a little bit. Probably going to maybe do a trip in the mountains, maybe do a trip to the beach. There's still like around 15-18 degrees, so I'm gonna see you in the next one.